Welcome back to another story time with Uncle Ball, and today I got a good one for you. This is prison story. I want to tell you guys about the time that Fat got his revenge on City Boy. All right, so first off, I need you to do me a favor, man. I need you to hit that like button, subscribe, and share the content. It don't cost you nothing to share the content. So, all right, since we got all the formalities out the way, it's time to go to work. All right. So I'm in Coffee County Correctional Facility. It's a private camp in prison, right? Now, this is my first time being in prison. So I'm getting acclimated, with the formalities and how the day-to-day operations work. So it was these two guys in my dorm. I was in building 3K. I'd never forget 3K. It was this guy named Fat from Atlanta, and it was this another guy named City Boy from Atlanta. Now, to I'm gonna try to describe these characters. Fat kind of puts you in the mind of anybody ever seen the cartoon Waynehead? Like Fat put you in the mind of Waynehead, right? But he was cool. Fat been down for like 20 some years, you know what I'm saying, for unaliving somebody. And the guy City Boy, he's a white boy. City Boy kind of puts you in the mind of the character Sling Blade. I don't know if anybody ever seen the movie Sling Blade, but City Boy act exactly like that character. But City Boy is a junkie. Now, like I was saying before in my previous videos, when you go to prison, right? You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, when you go to a dorm, they're gonna assign you a bunk. But because of the gangs and the politics and stuff like that, people kind of place you where they want you to place it instead of like disrupting how the gangs and stuff like. So City Boy is not in his assigned bunk, nor Fat is not in his assigned bunk. So, but that's how it is in prison. Everybody know what it is, right? So this particular day, this morning, they had called the tax squad, right? To come in and kind of shake down because we had a lot of activities. People done already tried to throw stuff over the fence over there. You know what I'm saying? So, the tax squad came, but everybody had a heads up. So they kind of knew what was going on the next morning, right? So the task squad came in there, right? So they came in there all blacked out, ready. And this is like when the task squad came, I never forget, they're gonna bring in this chair. Like, I don't know, it's like some kind of electronic chair that you can sit on and they can see if you holding any kind of contraband in your body, and they're gonna take you to the showers and kind of strip you and make sure you ain't got nothing to tell you to pull your pants down, turn around, bend over, squat, cough, and all that stuff. So we lining up, we had to get in all just boxes and stuff like this. So we lining up, right? Now, as we lining up, the tax squad is just now I'm in an open dorm, right? Open dorm is where, like, instead of you having cell houses probably be like 2 or 3 to the man, depending on what camp you in. The open dorm is just open. Y'all got bunk beds and they just all over this particular room, right? So the tech squad tearing everything up. I'm on this side of the bunk beds, and City Boy it's like 2 sets of bunk beds on each row. It's a wall, and on the other side it's another 2 set. Now Fat assigned bunk was over there, was on City Boy side. Fat on our side right here. So all right, so we in line. So the tech squad go over to where City Boy them side was at, right? And just looking for stuff, and they mess around and they find like a little bag of a bag of coke, right? So the tax squad member like, hey, look what we got here, look what we got here. So City Boy like, now mind you, this is a junkie, right? Now this is a junkie. This is what he do. So City Boy like, well, the dude was like, sir, this you sleep in this bunk right here? City Boy was like, yeah, I sleep in this bunk, but he was like, hey, well, could you explain this right here? City Boy was like, well, that ain't mine, you know what I'm saying? That ain't mine. So the tax squad, see, they get smart. See, they know how to start chaos in the prison, right? So they say, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. So they pulled the roster up, right? They looked on the assigned bunk where they found the drugs at, right? And they were like, Mr. Such, I can't remember Fat name, right? So such and such bunk. Now Fat all the way on the other side over here about where we at, right? He was like, yeah, what's going on? He was like, yeah, we found this over on your bunk. We found these drugs on your bunk. So Fat looking like, man, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here, but I sleep, but this is my stuff over here. I don't know what. Now the whole time, City Boy just sitting back, just letting this man just debate with the police and stuff, argue with the police and stuff like that. So everybody in the dorm like, man, city boy, man, you know what you do, bro. You just a little junkie. They know that, and you white too, bro. So they ain't gonna really do it to you, man. But don't let Fat leave out the dorm because Fat is a necessity. Fat is the man who he worked with the parlay man. So Fat is the one who get the tickets out or the parlays, and he do all the parlays like in prison, like when we go bet and stuff like that. So Fat do all the parlay work, and he's essential because people eat off of what Fat do, right? So they tell the city boy, man, take the drug, take the drug. So city boy, I ain't taking, I ain't taking. So they end up packing Fat up, right? And put Fat in the hole pending investigation. Now the whole dorm like, man, city boy, you wrong with such and such. City boy ain't saying that. So we went through the little shakedown. They knocked off what they knocked off. So we came back. Now, of course, they blamed City Boy. They said that he should have did what he should have did. But after 2 or 3 days, man, it's a chain game, bro. You going about your business, bro. It ain't nothing. So everything getting back to normal in the dorm. So we go like a whole month. Mind you, Fat is still in the hole for 30 days. You know what I'm saying? PI. So on the 32nd day, they let Fat out right now. Fat is a chain gang, got a little short lip. I told you, put you in the mind of Waynehead, right? So Fat come out the hole, right? So you can see him in the little salad poke, like he holding all his stuff, right? And so everybody like Fat, because it's like I don't know what it is about like a band of criminals. Like we all in here for doing illegal activity, whatever the case may be. Like we be so excited to see each other, like especially like if you don't grew on each other in the dorm, y'all really, to be honest, man, y'all become like brothers, bro. So Fat came in the dorm, everybody happy, right? So Fat, I'm talking about Fat looking rough. I'm talking, just imagine like an older Waynehead, you know what I'm saying? Like beard scruffy. Fat ain't saying nothing to nobody. He ain't saying nothing to nobody, right? So Fat went in there. He stumped a little short little Joe. He stumped it back to his bunk. So he threw this stuff down on his bunk, and he went to go in his property, right? He went to go in his property. Like, what Fat doing? He ain't speaking to nobody because Fat knowing to be smiling at you for a person who got 30 years. This guy's pretty happy, like for the most part, right? So Fat go in there. He said, "I got it," right? We like, what is Fat doing? So Fat, he go to the bathroom, right? We just hear some scrap, 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 scrap. So we like, what the hell going on? Now City Boy just completely oblivious. Now he know Fat because he heard us screaming Fat when he came back in the dorm, right? So City Boy just sitting down on his bunk, ain't thinking nothing about it. He must have been high, right? So Fat came from the bathroom over to the side where City Boy was at. Listen, I kid you not. Okay, everybody know when they wash dishes, they got these little Brillo pads, the little metal Brillo pads. I don't know how he got it, but he had then got 2 of those Brillo pads and put them in the middle of his hand and just scrapped them around with a chain gang rope, and it had like his little pad that you can grip it. So just imagine having some boxer gloves with Brillo pads on them like this right here. I thought I put it on pause. So and we like, what Fat finna do? Man, he walked around to where City Boy was at, man. Onto my, he was hitting him like boom, like he was hitting him where the Brillo pad was just scrubbing. Like every time he hit him, like some skin was just scraping off his face. I told you, put me in old pound. So he just welling on. So everybody was like, man, golly, I hate he doing that to him, but like, bro should have took that because you can't tell a man how he gonna respond, right? So Fat was like, yeah, I got my lick back now. We straight. And I'm talking about some 5 minutes later, they end up calling count. So when they call count, everybody got to stand on line and stuff like that. So we all standing on line. Now 2 girls counting, one gonna count this way and the other gonna count that way, right? So now, mind you, City Boy is like, his whole skin is just like he been in like a car wreck. It just scraped off, just his skin just scraped off, blood just, you know what I'm saying, just something everywhere. It looked like he was in a car wreck, and it just looked crazy. Like somebody like Freddy Krueger got like hit him across the face or something. So this how dangerous prison is, right? So the girls, they finished doing their counting, and you could hear them talking like they was like, girl, you see that white boy with all them things on his face? She was like, yeah, girl, he probably took some bad drugs. I said some bad drugs because they know he's a junkie. But I'm like, some bad drugs. I'm talking about this man's whole face been scraped off by a Brillo pad. So y'all got to be careful. I tell everybody, man, please stay out of prison because it's dangerous, man. So that's the time Fat got his revenge on City Boy. All right.